starting five now for both sides. Deshaun Giddens is dressed today for FIU, the Panthers freshman guard who has typically started most of the games this season. We'll see if he comes out to bench. Petar Kravakovic takes his place in the meantime. Meanwhile, for North Texas, three players averaging double figures. Tyler Perry leads the way, their senior guard.
Perry is a deadly three-point shooter. He can fill it up from outside. Had 5 threes in the last game when these two teams met in Denton, and he really knows how to close games. Last season had 5 game-winning.
The Panthers 8-3 at home this season. North Texas 4-2 on the road. In their most recent home game last Wednesday, FIU took FAU to overtime, had a chance to win at the buzzer in regulation. Both these programs gave FAU a run for their money, and the Owls got by them, now ranked in the top 25 as of this morning. A lot of talented teams in CUSA as we're underway. Bounce pass inside was deflected. We'll stay here with UNT.
They tried to run the pick and roll with Usman, and that'll be one thing to watch tonight. Big number 33, Abu Usman. He had 37 points in a game against UTSA this year. FIU held him to 0 points in the last meeting between the two teams in Denton.
He only had 1 point as well in Boca the other day. Trying to get going early here. His putback off target. And Arturo Dean, reigning Conference USA Freshman of the Week in back-to-back weeks, as Jones put his defender to the ground, and a good start for Jones at FIU.
And you're immediately seeing the contrast in styles as FIU comes down the floor and Jones quickly takes a shot early in the shot clock. It was a good one. Good look for FIU's leading scorer.
Jones just 9 points on 3 of 10 shooting at Western Kentucky. After a 25-point performance against FAU, this triple no good from Kai Huntsberry. Texas 3 to start the game. Lob, Sinogo a bit too strong for him.
And Dean just a little bit off the mark with that pass there. They had the look they wanted, but couldn't execute.
North Texas will wear you down offensively with their deliberate pace. Usman, Guadarrama got a piece of it as Usman tried to go up. It'll stay with the Mean Green.
North Texas got a bit of a mismatch there with Usman on Petar Kravakovic. Just 6'4" versus a 6'10" guy. But FIU got the help from Guadarrama to get out of that situation.
Huntsberry couldn't finish off a good inbounds pass. Kravakovic, corner 3, knocks it down. Petar Kravakovic shooting just 31% from distance in league play, but starting to find his form over the last few games.
A really nice job of spacing by FIU in that fast break. Kravakovic getting into the corner.
We've seen deflections, active hands from FIU here in the early going. The first sub for North Texas will be Reuben Jones, the junior guard from Houston. Matt Stone, a sophomore, will also enter as Graham Caslin going to his bench here early.
And Reuben Jones is a guy that can push the pace a little more if North Texas wants to do that. And maybe they may need him defensively in transition with FIU pushing the pace early.
Perry will step into a 3 here, off front rim. Kravakovic brings in the board.
Good defense so far for FIU, keeping North Texas off the board early.
Green, a cold start shooting the basketball. Nearly taken away by Perry. Guadarrama was doubled immediately as Usman came in there. Arrow has it with FIU, 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, FIU thought they were going to get Guadarrama on Perry and have a size mismatch there, but Usman quickly helped and turned it into an advantage for the Mean Green.
Dean triggered the inbound. They like tossing him into the backcourt in these situations. That's what they'll do here. As Jones will try to get downhill, 5 seconds left to shoot. Lost possession momentarily. Well, that's a tough situation. Usman rips it away.
And North Texas was determined to not allow Jones to drive the lane there. They had tons of help defense there to shut it down.
An easy thing to do, stop Denver Jones from driving downhill with a head of steam.
And he's really good at getting to the rim, and North Texas made sure to stop it.
Stone from the corner. That's too strong. Dean wants to get the Panthers going on the break. Dean, there's a whistle. That'll be a blocking foul on North Texas. This was a point of emphasis for FIU when they played Charlotte, a similar style of play. North Texas, slow, grind it out, play in the half court. It seemed like every time FIU brought in a defensive rebound, it was green light. Go. Avoid getting in the half court.
Yeah, go and run immediately. FIU wants to play its game, and that's going fast. And Dean did a good job of that there, being aggressive and just attacking the rim, and that allowed him to draw the foul.
12.5 points per game this season for Arturo Dean, trying to improve his free throw numbers as well, which came in at 56%, splits that trip at the line. Jeremy Ballard has to be encouraged with his defense here in the early going, as Dean whistled for the foul there, his first.
And Dean has been key for FIU defensively. Did a nice job against Jordan Walker and UAB.
Yeah.
When the Panthers pulled that upset over the Blazers, and he's been hounding Tyler Perry tonight, who's North Texas's best offensive player.
Yeah, Dean was the primary defender on Walker, the conference's leading scorer, reigning player of the year. Walker was limited to a 1-for-8 performance. When that game went to overtime, Walker was sitting on the bench for the first 3 minutes. Perry got a step on Kravakovic, floater good. After 3 minutes, North Texas finds their first score.
And the Mean Green finally getting the ball in the paint, able to penetrate, and Perry creates his own offense.
Nearly 18 points per game this season for Tyler Perry, the senior from Fort Coffee, Oklahoma. Skips past Sanogo there. Dean recovers. Bouncing around here for FIU. 9 to shoot. Jones wants a Sanogo screen and refused it. Lobbed it in. Sanogo's gone through his hands a couple times here in the early going.
FIU has had a hard time connecting on that lob. They're getting the look that they want. Just got to execute it.
It wasn't a poor look. Sanogo might have been able to slam that in if he brought in the pass. Usman bullying his way inside. Sanogo held his own. Scott got the loose ball and puts in the layup.
And that's one thing that really helped North Texas in the previous matchup back in Denton was offensive rebounding. They did a great job of getting those second chance points. FIU needs to limit that tonight.
Guadarrama, with 3 green jerseys around him, was poked out of play. Will stay with FIU and bring us to our first media timeout of the game. Panthers win up 6-0. North Texas, quick little response 4 minutes in here in Miami. This is Conference USA basketball on ESPN+.
Want an easy way to style.
In UAB Saturday night, beat Charlotte, another one of the top 4 teams in the conference so far this season. Played FAU, who's now ranked number 24. Really tough, took them to overtime. The Panthers have been playing some really good basketball the last couple weeks.
It's been a daunting slate to start conference plays. Dean got the floater off. Jones contested the shot. Dean able to put it in. 4-point lead for FIU as the Panthers will extend their pressure for the first time tonight.
Dean, not the biggest guy, but he can certainly elevate. And this is another way that FIU can increase the tempo of the game, is bringing pressure.
Hunsberry did well to avoid the trap. The Texas floater is no good. Kravakovic has his second rebound.
FIU got exactly what it wanted. Got North Texas to hurry up and take a quick shot.
Jones. That 3 might have been deflected. He said the defender got a piece of his wrist. Hunsberry checked by Guadarrama. Dean denying the ball well away from the perimeter here.
Dean is all over Reuben Jones. They can't get him the basketball.
Hunsberry now one-on-one with Guadarrama. Dean poked his hand and got the steal. It's a 3-on-2. Texas did well to get back.
That was a tremendous defensive possession by Arturo Dean. He shut down North Texas.
More steals than anybody else in league play. Top 20 in the country as well. Guadarrama stripped that time by Reuben Jones. 2-on-1. Oh, these players on both sides getting their hands to the basketball. Pair of subs here for FIU. Javante Hawkins and Deshaun Giddens will check in for the first time. So Giddens is seeing his first action in over a week.
That's good for FIU to get him back. He's good defensively as well. And it's kind of rare to see that, to have multiple freshmen on a team that are that dedicated to playing well defensively, but FIU hasn't.
Giddens certainly played his part in the win against UAB with his defensive effort on Walker as well. Him and Dina. Combined effort. Usman getting good post positioning. It's a jump ball. Arrow staying with North Texas. And part of the problem for Usman at times has been getting into foul trouble. Against FIU last month, he played plenty of minutes, just never could get in an ideal rhythm in that game. He dropped 37 in a game at one point this year. That's uncharacteristic for him to have a one-point effort.
Yeah, he's certainly capable of scoring, but like you said, when he gets in foul trouble, it gets him out of his rhythm. It disrupts what he can do offensively.
Huntsberry hit the shot, but hit the top of the backboard first. And that always blows the play dead.
That might work well in horse,
right?
But not in a real game.
That is illegal. 8-4 FIU. Nearly 7 minutes into this one. A tough angle for Jones, trying to find Pinckney underneath. FIU with 4 turnovers already. Jones gets the layup off the latest.
And Jones is that guy. When North Texas does try to push in transition, he's the one that can do it.
And Jones might have forced that one on the other end. Denver Jones certainly wants to assert himself earlier than he did the last time FIU played North Texas. Usman underneath for 2.
And that's what North Texas likes to do. Get the ball in the paint. They can get Usman going. Eventually that opens things up on the perimeter for them.
Referencing Jones late in that North Texas game. It was a 23-point game in the second half, and Jones went on a flurry of scoring as he's fouled here on the drive to the bucket. FIU had cut it to 10 late in that game, mostly with Jones' scoring. He said right following their win in the next game against Charlotte, I can't do that anymore. I can't wait to assert myself. I need to be aggressive like that earlier in the game. I was not happy with how I went about things against North Texas, and you're certainly seeing them trying to be more aggressive here. Already 3 field goal attempts today.
And Jones certainly played a big role for FIU last year as a freshman, but this is his first season being the guy, the primary scorer for the Panthers, and he is quickly figuring that out, that he can take over games and really put this team on his back, and that's going to be important for the Panthers against a tough defensive team like North Texas tonight.
A rare pair of misses at the line here for Denver Jones, the second best free throw shooter in the league at 87%. It's the first time this season he's missed 2 at the stripe. Usman will take the mid-range here. Can't connect. John Williams, fresh into the game, nabs the rebound.
FIU will take that. If you have the big man shooting the mid-range, not a very high percentage shot.
Williams got to the block. Deshaun Giddens, offensive foul there. Use that off arm to push. That'll be a charge on Giddens.
Perry did a good job of staying in position. Giddens got frustrated, tried to give him the shoulder with the right arm, and the officials made the right call. Yeah, you saw it right there with the right arm.
The way North Texas shrinks the floor, takes away driving lane, it's a very frustrating team to play against. And lead to those kind of fouls. You just try to bully someone over. Perry, 3, yes.
Yeah, FIU got sucked into the paint there defensively. Left Perry wide open on the perimeter.
That's somebody you want to do that with. Perry, a 46% three-point shooter this season. Williams mid-range, well off the mark, and Perry the board.
And FIU can't do that, can't settle for those mid-range jumpers. North Texas is tough to find driving lanes against and open shots, but you got to keep pushing.
Edey stepped out of bounds, leads us to the under 12 timeouts. North Texas on a run themselves, up by 3 here in Miami.
Thank you, J-Ro. It's time for one of our wacky contests.
For this current team to see guys that were in the same position that they were and got a chance to play in the NBA.
Hey man, if my jersey hung in the rafters, I'd be taking my kid to the games. Just
Absolutely.
Point it out every time. You see that? You see that jersey up there?
See what I did?
That is mine.
I
know, Dad.
Important.
I know.
You got to listen to me.
I'm legit, right? 11-8 in the early going. Hawkins back in. 6 to shoot. Just a suffocating brand of defense here from North Texas. 4 minutes without a field goal for FIU.
And Usman doing a really good job protecting the rim down low.
Even if he's not scoring, that's certainly something he will always bring to the table. 7 to shoot here for Huntsbury. Williams marking up. Oh, he got free off the little back pick around the elbow. 13-8 North Texas.
They got a ball screen to switch Dean off of Huntsbury, and then he was able to drive the lane and get the bucket.
Dean trying to get 2 back and does, weaving his way into the paint. Arturo Dean has 6 of FIU's 10 points.
Dean has been really important for the Panthers on both ends of the floor.
5 of those 10, excuse me. Into a 3-point game. Usman wants it inside and gets possession here with 10 to shoot over Pinckney. That's a good defensive series by Seth Pinckney.
FIU may need to have him in the game more than usual to defend his fellow big man Usman.
Oh, that's a good pass from Giddens, and Pinckney finished the play, doing it on both ends of the floor. Right
oh, what a beautiful pass, first of all, by Giddens. I think that went through somebody's legs. And a nice finish by Pinckney.
The kind of passes that have been deflected or gone through a Panther big man's hands in the early going at that time. That looked good. That looked crisp. Just as they drew it up, 13-12. Barry nearly lost his balance. He's got Pinckney in his face trying to make things more difficult. Got Pinckney defending well beyond the perimeter. Hawkins flashes, 4 to shoot. Huntsbury double pumps, fires, nearly connected off of it. It's a good defensive series for FIU.
A nice rotation and a good job by Pinckney. Usually that's a mismatch in favor of Perry if he's got the center guarding him, but it worked out for the Panthers.
Hawkins spots up from the wing. Barely grazed the rim there.
He got a good look, just couldn't knock it down.
Panthers 3 of 7 from distance in the early going. And a whistle and a foul on Giddens. That'll be the 3rd for FIU.
Well, that was a mismatch in the paint. Giddens at 6'3" against Usman at 6'10", and Giddens tried to use his quickness and get to that ball and get the steal before he had to guard him in the post, and ended up reaching in.
A trio of subs here as Grant McCaslin displeased about a couple of things offensively. We mentioned some of his numbers in the open. So a win today would mark the 6th year in a row North Texas has reached at least 15 wins. Talk about the 5 years prior to his arrival. North Texas did that just once. It certainly elevated the standard in Denton. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Jayden Grant saves it from going out of play. Denver Jones quickly. Too strong there, and Scott skies for the board.
Jones has been a little bit off so far tonight. He's got to get in rhythm with his shooting.
FIU, no hesitation. Dean taking on Scott and finishing on a contested shot at the rim.
Wow, that was a tough play by Dean going up against a much bigger player, the 6'7" Aaron Scott, not afraid to get physical and go up and finish at the rim. I like that play from Dean.
Dean has 7. A whistle on the floor, foul on Sinogo, which will be his first. Fun back and forth game here thus far in the 3:05. Panthers lead by 1. December, it was a 72-57 win for North Texas that really wasn't that close throughout. The late Panther surge that made it a bit tighter. You know, FIU was nearly down 30 to FAU in December and then took them to overtime last week. They're kind of trying to show the league they're not the team they were 5 or 6 weeks ago.
And the Panthers felt they played pretty well down the stretch of that game, the first game against North Texas. Something kind of clicked for them. They were down 23,
3 seconds
got
left.
a little bit closer.
Jones connects with the shot clock winding down. But yeah, something has changed the last week or two, no doubt about it.
And it's a young team for FIU, starting 4 freshmen and sophomores, and they're finally starting to click and kind of gel together and figure things out.
Grant had a good idea with the pass. Dean just intercepting Scott there, or Jones, excuse me, and then drawing the foul. Looking like a DB. Arturo Dean gets to the free throw line again.
Dean looking like Asante Samuel Jr. the other night when he had 3 picks. But then he can take it right to the rim after, too. Dean has been physical at the rim tonight, going up against bigger players. Earlier was Aaron Scott. This time was Reuben Jones going up, taking the harm, get to the line.
Panthers leaving points at the line right now, though. 1 of 5 at the stripe tonight. Dean front runs the second. Panthers got it back. And a foul. Okay. How about that? That was Dean that got his own rebound, wasn't it? Or that took the steal?
It was.
Yeah.
It was Dean that got it down low and drew another foul.
That's a way to redeem yourself for missing 2 of the stripes. Take it away. Second chance here. Size mismatch. Dean will go back out to Grant. 6 to shoot. Sanogo stripped. Good hands from Aaron Scott.
A good help defense there by Stone. Collapsing in on the big man.
Perry looking to create. Sanogo in his way. Good lateral movement from the FIU big man. 5 to shoot. Perry still checked by Sanogo. Off balance. 3, and he drills it in front of the FIU bench.
Yeah, what a shot by Perry. And that's one of the tough things about the slow pace for North Texas. You have to defend them for 20, 25 seconds. That can get really tough.
Dean finds Sanogo underneath, and the easy lay-in for FIU as Dean tallies his second assist of the game.
And it's good for FIU to get Sanogo going. They've had some chances down low with him that he hasn't quite been able to convert, and that time he can finally get a rhythm going now and get in a bucket.
As much as FIU is trying to run, it still feels like a game that might be one of those low 60s, high 50s kind of contest, doesn't it?
The Panthers are trying to push the pace, but it's so hard to get North Texas to speed up. So I think it will be a lower scoring game.
Perry trying to create again. Panthers rushing late in the shot clock. Perry got to the bucket. And we'll go to the free throw line for 2. We're seeing late in the shot clock, FIU bringing a double late, trying to cause some chaos and tough decisions for these North Texas guards. That time, Perry, recognizing it, drove off the dribble.
And Perry's normally a guy that's more of an outside shooter and not as good at getting to the rim, but he's noticing if he's going to get an opportunity, he's going to take it late in the shot clock to try and get a layup.
Perry misses a free throw. Now he's just 3 3-pointers away from moving into a 13th all-time in North Texas history. He'll pass his former teammate, Dres McBride. Conference USA 6th man of the year last season. First team all-conference, goes 0 for 2, but North Texas gets another chance, but throws it in the backcourt. Brewer tried to get it himself. It went out of play, and I see what Brewer was trying to do, scoop it and lay it up. That actually hurts FIU there. Wasn't able to get possession instead of a backcourt violation. It's North Texas ball.
It probably would have been a smarter play to just let that go and get the backcourt violation. I guess he thought it was going to be he would have an easier time getting to that layup than he did.
Just into the game, FIU freshman. Panthers down 3. Jones over Guadarrama as the shot clock expires. Offensive board, Martinez. It's the post up on Giddens. Martinez flashing high post. I want to get it into Usman as Brewer was fronting. He's upset he didn't get the basketball. Huntsberry drives. Got a pair of Panthers in the air. The shot did not get off, but a foul right at the shot clock expiration. And that's got to be deflating for Jeremy Ballard's club.
That's tough when you defend him, especially after an offensive rebound. Then you defend him so well the whole shot clock. And at the final second, let's see where the foul is here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, as Usman's trying to go up, he gets hit in the arms.
And that's 3 fouls on Deshaun Giddens as well. He'll have to go to the bench. Dean back in.
For the Panthers, Arturo Dean checks back into the game.
Usman trying to surpass his scoring total from Saturday and does with that free throw. (21-16). North Texas the kind of team where a 5 to 7 point lead feels like a little more than that. That'll be a foul on Dean offensively.
FIU had a lot of off-the-ball action going. They're setting a couple screens down low near the basket, and Dean may have gotten called for a moving screen.
So Dean has 2 now. Giddens saddled on the bench with 3, something to keep an eye on moving forward. North Texas also now in the bonus. Go over the top, and Dean, another steal. Straight to the bucket. Dean, there's a whistle and an offensive foul. That's a huge call here in the first half.
Well, smart play by Huntsberry. Dean has been taking it to the rack hard every time he gets the ball in the open court. And Huntsberry said, this time I'm just going to be patient and wait for him to come to me. And he does a good job of keeping his position.
That's something that frustrated FIU coming off their last game against Western Kentucky. They forced plenty of turnovers, but often would give the ball right back on the break, trying to make something happen themselves.
Yeah, that's tough, especially when you execute that press perfectly to force the steal. You'd love to get the finish.
Continuing the pressure. This is a lineup for Jeremy Ballard that hasn't seen all too much time on the floor together. Jayden Brewer, Vontae Hawkins at the guard spots. Giddens and Dean on the bench in foul trouble, both with 3. 3 seconds to shoot. Perry. Got it to Edey, front rim. Offensive rebound, Usman. Great pass to Huntsberry. He loads. Can't connect. Kravakovic the rebound. FIU fortuitous there.
Really nice defense early in the possession by Denver Jones on Perry. The offensive rebounds have been key.
Nick Guadarrama from distance. He's found his scoring touch over the last 3 games. They need that. New Hampshire transfers all conference in the American East. Previous couple of years, starting to round into form here, the most midway point of conference play.
Guadarrama did not have a single game where he scored in double figures the first 13 games, and now he's been in double figures the last 3. That's going to be important for FIU to have a second or third scorer there behind Jones.
Mismatch. Brewer takes advantage of it.
Yeah, FIU likes to switch the ball screens, and North Texas taking advantage there and being able to get Usman against a smaller guy.
Guadarrama left wing threes brought FIU back against UAB when they were down 15. Get 4 consecutive long distance shots. They thought about one from the opposite side this time. That pass off the mark, taken away. Another FIU turnover. That's 11 here in the first half. Martinez, who was Guadarrama's teammate at New Hampshire last year. They're marked against each other right now. Now Guadarrama switches on to Perry. A couple former UNH Wildcats in the building tonight. And that giveaway will send us to the media timeout. Just a 4-point game, but FIU happy to operate without Arturo Dean or Deshaun Giddens here the rest of the way in the first half. 23-19 our score.
Slovakia is a better team than their record indicates as well. And Conference USA is really tough this year.
UTEP just took down Charlotte.
Wow.
Charlotte was just at the top of the league last week.
The conference is really deep, deeper than it usually is this season.
Lob up to Pinckney, too tall. Guadarrama got the loose ball. Yeah, if FAU doesn't win the conference tournament, the resume they have right now, it would certainly be an at-large team and get the conference another bid. Guadarrama in the paint, off balance, so that goes. Nick Guadarrama asserting himself, now has 5.
He's hitting from outside and then drives the lane there. Guadarrama is a tough guy that can play physically in the paint.
Just over a minute and a half to play here in half number 1. Usman posting up again. Tough angle against Seth Pinckney. Stone grabs the offensive board. Usman again, and the roll.
Offensive rebounds have really been key for North Texas here tonight, just like they were when they played FIU earlier this season.
Hawkins off balance. Pinckney tips it back to Kravakovic. Driving. Stopped on a dime. Contorting his body to get the left-handed layup to go.
Wow, I didn't think he was going to find any room under the basket there. It was a nice shot fake, and then just good body control to find his way around the defenders and get that bucket.
2 players bit. He had some room to drive on that fake. The help defender was underneath the baskets. He was able to get good positioning. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Guadarrama nearly with the steal. Just 7 to shoot, though. Perry driving right past Hawkins. Oh, good help from Seth Pinckney, who's held his own defensively underneath throughout the course of this first half.
Pinckney has looked really good defensively. He may need to get some more minutes tonight.
Kravakovic, no. Pinckney tried to tip it again. That was a good look there for Petar Kravakovic. North Texas will have the first shot, final shot of the first half. Graham McCaslin will burn that use it or lose it timeout. North Texas up 25-23. He's got a real veteran squad to work with this year. The average age for undergrads as well and D1 transfers built a brand of toughness on this team. Let's see what he has dialed up here in the final 15 seconds. As Jones has possession in midcourt. Leads around the perimeter. 5 seconds. And that'll be a travel. Lost his balance.
Jones has done a really nice job defensively in the last couple possessions. First on Perry, that time on Reuben Jones. And now FIU's going to have a chance.
He's on the same team as Carlos Arroyo here. All right, 5.1 left. They triggered it into Jones. Reuben Jones marking him. Back to Guadarrama. Long 3. It would count. Yes! Guadarrama! What a play to end the half.
A nice job by Jones. He's the leading scorer, but he's unselfish there. Sets almost
continue their better form of play over the last couple of weeks. All things considered, if you're Jeremy Ballard in the locker room, your best player has 2 points. 2 starters have 3 fouls. You have the lead somehow after 20 minutes of play. Can't be too upset with that.
And you've turned it over 11 times and still somehow have find a way to have the lead. So you'll take it, and there's some things you can fix.
Numbers don't really make sense. Guadarrama nearly got an and one. We'll get to the line for 2 free throws. That's another stat that leans towards North Texas. FIU is 1 of 6 at the free throw line.
A lot of things that FIU has not done well, and then some other things that they have done really well, and it's somehow added up to the lead. And one of the things that's going well is this guy, Nick Guadarrama, and the Panthers are going to need to continue to feed him the basketball here in this second half.
Gets that one to go. North Texas has taken 10 more shots than FIU as well. They're shooting 35%. The Panthers, when they get a shot off, don't turn the ball over, are 11 for 18. As Graham McCaslin looks on. Guadarrama 2 for 2 there.
Early on in the year, North Texas was not a very good offensive team. They were not shooting the ball very well. And then when they played FIU in Denton, something kind of clicked for them. They shot better than 50% from 3. And since then, in the last 5 games, they've been shooting 44% from downtown, but that hasn't carried over into tonight so far.
Yeah, in their first 13 games, they only broke 40% 4 times. Got a whistle. Jeremy Ballard wanted a 10-second violation. It's going to go over to FIU. Looking what the call was there. Did you gather what
I didn't see exactly what the call was. It may have been the 10-second violation.
10 put up.
The official never gave us a signal. I didn't see for what the call was, other than it was FIU ball.
Panthers will take it. Here's Jones. Now Sanogo. Under 10 to shoot. The cut by Kravakovic to find space, and he'll go to the line for 3 shots. Scott fouled him in the corner. Second straight game, Kravakovic has been fouled on a 3. We'll try to connect on all 3 free throws again.
Scott was just hustling to try and close out because they left Kravakovic wide open and got a little bit too aggressive and fouled him.
Petar Kravakovic averaging just under 6 points per game this season, 13 of 17 at the stripe on the year. Had a slow shooting start. Was 2 of 11 from distance to begin the year, but was playing with a face mask. Had a nose injury in an exhibition game. That's always a little bit disconcerting to play with that. A recent 4-game stretch where he was 10 of 19 from distance. Cooled off just a tad from then, but he's one of FIU's sharpshooters. And this is a team that the past couple of years has put up more threes, made more threes than anyone else in the league, but that hasn't been a strength this year for FIU. They'd like to get back towards the middle ground in that department.
And they have the guys that can do it. Kravakovic, certainly one of them. Denver Jones had a 7-for-7 game from three-point land last year. Guadarrama has shown tonight he can hit the shot from outside. It's something that FIU expects to do better than they have so far this season.
And here comes the pressure again from FIU. 2 seconds to get it across. They just do. Edie advances it. Pump fake and the finish there from Jayden Martinez.
Well, good ball movement from North Texas. Keep that thing moving. That's how you break the press and get an open shot.
One of the quicker shots North Texas has taken today as well. Felt they had an opportunity there. Panthers lead by 4. Jones, that's a long 2. Knocks it down, rattled in. Maybe that will get Denver Jones going.
That was a tough shot. It fallen away a little bit, contested by Huntsbury, and that's one of those that could get a guy heating up.
How can Jones become more of a factor here in the second half?
They need to get him the basketball, and he needs to be able to drive the lane, whether they help him with ball screens or whatever they need to do. They need Jones to be able to penetrate and drive to the basket.
North Texas is guarding him defensively. They cut off a lot of angles for him to take it to the bucket. 6 to shoot. Deep in the shot clock here. Huntsbury, 3. Knocks it down for North Texas.
It looks like the Mean Green are starting to heat up and get some open shots. And Huntsbury's a guy that can do that from outside. A rough start to the night for him, but finally hits one.
Huntsbury has 5 on 2 of 8 shooting. Here's Jones. Drills it. Denver Jones might be heating up.
He's starting to feel it now. That wasn't bad defense from Huntsbury either. He was there, but Jones made the decision before he got that ball. I'm letting this one go.
Jones with 7 now on 3 of 5 shooting. Largest lead of the game for FIU, equaling their 6-0 start. Guzman going to work over Kravakovic. That's well done. They got the mismatch converted.
Yeah, North Texas taking advantage there of getting the smaller player on their big man, Usman. FIU may need to make a substitution.
Jones, count it. Little hesitation, got him just enough space on the hip. Took the contact to finish the play. High-level individual moves here from Denver Jones. We were just talking about a slow start. Now he might be in double figures like that.
And this is just what you were talking about earlier. Jones was saying the last time they played North Texas, he realized that he has got to take games over earlier and really push and be aggressive. He's doing it now. A nice move there on the blow-by and getting to the rim. And we're seeing Jones realizing here that he's got to get going and he has to help his team, and he's asserting himself early in this second half.
Jones and Guadarrama now with 10 points apiece for FIU. Guzman posting up over Kravakovic again, short-armed it, own rebound, fouled him to go to the line for two. Determined effort underneath.
Usman is just relentless, going after those offensive rebounds.
And this 7-point deficit on the road, really nothing at all compared to January 7th for North Texas. They're on the road at Middle Tennessee. Trailed 35-16 in that game. Usman short on the first free throw. The final 14 minutes of that game, North Texas held Middle Tennessee to 16 points. Ended up coming back and winning that game. Usman connects there.
An interesting thing about comebacks like that is a lot of times you think, well, you got to step it up on offense and you got to push the pace. But a lot of times those big comebacks start on the defensive end of the floor, especially with a team like North Texas and forcing turnovers and getting stops.
Jones created space. And off on the three-pointer that time. FIU making a concerted effort to get their leading scorer of the basketball. 39-33, nearly 4 minutes in the second half. Jones trying to front Usman in the post. Trying to center on a guard there. Jones driving on Sanogo. Back to Martinez, will launch from distance. Missed front rim. Battle for the board. It's Stone that winds up with it. Finds Usman, rolls through. Second chance points for North Texas.
Stone did a really nice job of playing physical there, going hard after that offensive rebound and making a nice, smart pass to the big fella.
9 second chance points this evening for UNT. Deficit to 4. Guadarrama gets in the paints. Hook shot. Oh, that goes. Guadarrama. That looks like a difficult shot, but he practices that, and he's having fun out there at the moment.
That was a tough one over Martinez at 6'7".
Stone pump fakes back to Perry. Martinez flashes at the elbow. 6 to shoot. Kravakovic holding his own here, forced a difficult shot. Good individual defense there from Petar Kravakovic as Martinez was looking to create.
That good defense by Kravakovic and Guadarrama as well, preventing Usman from getting the ball in the post.
Great ball movement, so Kravakovic can't finish. Sanogo initially had the rebound, was tipped away. Perry weaving. Got underneath, but rejected. His own rebound, though. Reuben Jones to the 10, taking on Sanogo, who held his own, went straight up, no foul.
Really nice defense from Sanogo. Jones made a nice shot fake to get that open drive. Sanogo helps over and did a really good job of not fouling, just going straight up and down.
Both Sanogo and Pinckney have been making some high-level defensive plays. Jones, mid-range. Yes, sir. 10 for Jones gives FIU its largest lead of the game at 8.
Jones is just taking over. He's saying, hey, we got a chance to win this game, and I'm going to will us to this win.
Timeout on the floor. FIU in good spirits. It's Denver Jones with 12. Kind of a different verve for North Texas than their game in Boca Raton this past weekend. They led for 33 minutes against FAU, but kind of wilted down the stretch. Didn't score from the 9-minute mark until there was 3:30 left. As FAU has built their brand on late game surges. That's what they did to North Texas when they played in Denton. I think it was a 12-0 run to end that game. Right now trailing by 8 on the road, trying to avoid an 0-2 South Florida road swing. Out of the timeout. Jones driving on Guadarrama. Goes back to Perry. That's all the space he needs. And Tyler Perry from distance.
North Texas going with a different lineup now. Usman on the bench, going with some length and some speed to try and get the ball moving and open up the floor.
Jones got his man in the air, but rejected right away by Martinez, who came over to help. Perry looks like he's hunting his shot here. Generated space, Perry, not that time. Jones gets the rebound over the back. Will be on Aaron Scott. Scott's just been held for 2 points today. Coming off a career-high 14 against FAU. The Panthers have held him in check.
Yeah, they've done a good job on him, and Scott's a guy that head coach Grant McCaslin really likes. It says that he just knows how to win, knows what his role is on this team and how he fits into the winning formula for North Texas.
Got another immediate timeout here. 5-point game in Miami.
Anyone going through a natural disaster.
Here in the second half, 12 points on 5-9 shooting. Deshaun Giddens back in the game for the first time here in the second half for FIU. Going to manage 3 fouls as well as his teammate Arturo Dean, who's on the bench at the moment. Jones got doubled and it's taken away. And Reuben Jones going over to Perry.
The defense collapsed on Jones there. He needed it to find a teammate and pass it more quickly.
Reuben Jones reverse, just short-armed it. Nearly a sensational finish. Jones getting to the basket and drawing a foul. Well, that's usually a good result for FIU. It's an entertaining, kind of an ironic aspect heading into this game. So North Texas played in Boca on Saturday. I'm not sure if they drove up right after the game because that was an afternoon game where it came Sunday. Nevertheless, it was a short trip. They've been hanging out, chilling, taking it easy in Miami yesterday and today. FIU stayed in Bowling Green after their game on Saturday, did game prep, film work in Bowling Green on Sunday, flew in last night. So it's almost as if, they took the late flight in, playing less than 24 hours after the flights. Kind of the nature of a road game for
almost
FIU.
like North Texas is the home team. They've been in town longer than the Panthers.
That's right, yeah. Out here for almost 24 hours longer. But you understand the perspective from FIU, too. You don't want to fly back Sunday morning, and everyone's tired from that flight, and then have to get into practice and game prep.
Don't want to waste the day of prep.
Yeah, so it makes sense to take that evening flight back last night. Flying back home to take on a team that's waiting for him. Perry fouled on the drive.
North Texas wasn't expecting to need a sweater to come to Miami.
No, probably a bit disappointed. It wasn't the typical South Florida beach weather. It's been in the 50s and 60s down here, which are frigid temperatures for South Florida natives.
Yeah, this is our winter right here. These 2 days.
I tell you every year, I'm serious though, if it gets under 70 degrees, the restaurants bring out the space heaters.
Yeah.
And it feels like we need them. 6-point lead for the Panthers here. Huntsberry rejected. There's Pinckney, another one. Back-to-back blocks from Pinckney. Stone ended up with it. 3 seconds to shoot. Huntsberry gets it off in time. That grazed the side of the rim. A third block, that time by Giddens. And then a jump ball. Wow, the arrow will keep it with North Texas. FIU, like a little block party here on that possession.
What a sequence by Pinckney. He got way up there. He almost hit his head on the rim on that first block. Get another look here. Well, that was a strong rejection, and then just the quickness to be able to bounce right back up and block the second shot. Pinckney's having a night, man, on defense.
6-point lead for FIU. Impressive what FIU's been able to do offensively without Giddens or Dean for much of this game, and for half of it without offense from Denver Jones as well. But still plenty of time for North Texas to get right back in this. They'll go to Usman out of the break over Guadarrama. Missed it. Rebound, tipped by Pinckney. Martinez, another chance, and that'll be a goaltend. And a foul puts North Texas at the line. But in the course of that possession, probably about 6 opportunities for North Texas.
That possession, I mean, the FIU had 3 or 4 blocks and multiple offensive rebounds for North Texas. They had to work really hard to get those 2 points.
If you're Pinckney, you probably regret that right there. But Martinez is only 62% at the stripe. A chance to make it a 3-point play and got the kind roll. Deficit's been cut from 8 to 3. FIU did all that with Arturo Dean on the bench. Now back on the floor, what impact does he make? Guadarrama's operated well in this space tonight. Sweeping across the lane. Spinning a couple of times. I don't know, I could still see the basket. Giddens can't save it.
Somebody had to help Guadarrama out there. There was no one on that strong side of the court for him to pass the ball to.
Guadarrama looked like he was playing dizzy bat.
Yeah, spinning around. I don't know how he's playing defense now.
All over the place for North Texas there. Out of play. Perry thought he earned possession. Will stay with FIU. Mean Green have missed 7 of their last 8 shots. FIU hasn't hit a bucket in the last 3 minutes. High-level defense or lack of offense, whichever way you want to.
I think it's been a combination of each. It seems like
so.
Most of those shots have been right under the rim also, and they've either been blocks or a couple offensive rebound putbacks.
Matthew Stone getting McCaslin's perspective there. 44-41, under 11 to play. Jones, creative, and the finish from the sophomore guard.
That was slick. Jones just going right through a crowd, staying calm, floating that one up over a bunch of North Texas arms.
3 defenders convened on Jones there. Looking for the steal. Panthers recovered, but Martinez has a bit of a size advantage. Avoided the help from Pinckney. Was far enough in the paint where Seth couldn't come over to help out. And Martinez makes the bucket.
Martinez did a nice job of fading away from the basket a little bit to not give Pinckney an opportunity to reject it.
Martinez can be a scorer. He was first team all-conference in the American East. Jones contested 3. Can't connect there. Yeah, Martinez started 27 games last year, averaged 15 points per game. He's at 5 points right now, just with the flow of who UNC has offensively. They wouldn't mind more scoring out of him at all. Mean Green get the switch. Perry, 3 on the way, no good. Weak side rebound to Martinez. Boy, Mean Green are killing FIU on the glass. Another chance for Jones, not there.
North Texas just seems like they're always in the right position to get those offensive rebounds.
15 offensive rebounds today. Back cut, Jones swatted. And that's out of play off of, looks like it might have been out on Pinckney, but it'll stay with the Panthers.
Good recovery there by Reuben Jones, because Denver Jones had him beat on that cut. It's a nice baseline cut. Jones did a nice job to recover and get that block. Yeah, Pinckney's like,
he knows
he's got a guilty grin on his face. He's like, yeah, that was on me.
There's a lob, that's off target. Stone running and can't lay it in. Follow no. Panthers want interference, and that's what the whistle signals. They're lucky there.
Offensive interference. FIU basketball.
Kind of a wild sequence here. You got a goaltend, you got the basket interference there, you got
still laughing at
call on the other end. He's more excited about not getting called for knocking the ball out than he is about the blocks he made.
The team didn't take advantage of it. They're lucky to avoid 2 points against them off the turnover. Just over 9 minutes to play. Lob, Sanogo, foul. They've been trying all game long to get that connection to work. That time at least drawing free throws.
The lane was pretty crowded that time. I don't know if I would have tried the lob there, but it works out for FIU getting Sanogo to the line.
Sanogo is shooting 2 shots.
Sixteen fouls now on North Texas as well as Sanogo drains the first free throw. So FIU is in the bonus the rest of the way. .906 left to play. Sanogo 2 for 2 at the stripe. He's really improved his free throw shooting this year. Was 1 of 10 at the stripe last year. The whole season. Now, a type of player that can go to the line and knock 2 down and one trip. It gives FIU a 5-point advantage. Hawkins will check back in.
This whole Panthers team lately has been working real hard, getting in the gym, getting up extra shots before practice, after practice, late at night.
After a 1 of 6 start at the free throw line, FIU's made its last 9. Perry, a dangerous pass. It was saved. Martinez nearly ended up with it, but North Texas turns it over. The 9th of the game. Grant McCaslin can't believe it.
That was a heck of a save by Huntsberry to keep that in, and then tiptoed his way along the bench without knocking anybody over.
UNT's missed 10 of its last 12 shots. Huntsberry checking Denver Jones. Staying in front. Good defense. Oh, Perry fell. FIU couldn't take advantage. Out of play. 5 left on the shot clock.
A good decision by Jones to pull that one back out and pass it, because North Texas was packing the paint to stop the drive.
So Jeremy Bauer will take a timeout with 5 on the shot clock. Panthers up by 5 here at home.
I did it again.
I told you it works. And for stronger teeth that last, there's Densify.
Like bones.
And a foul on that sequence. And that'll send Javante Hawkins to the line. Panthers get bailed out there.
Yeah, shot clock winding down. That was going to be a tough shot for Hawkins. He's going to have to fall away on the move to get that one off. North Texas fouls him, and he's a great free throw shooter.
Hasn't missed this year, I don't think. 8 for 8.
Yeah.
And 9 for 9. North Texas hasn't scored in just a little over 2 minutes now. Perry has 11. Usman with 13. And it has been a struggle offensively for the course of the second half. Aaron Scott will re-enter. Martinez to the bench.
It's been a very different game tonight than it was when the Panthers and Mean Green played in Denton earlier this year.
Sure has.
North Texas was shooting the lights out that night, especially in the first half and from outside. And Usman really wasn't much of a factor in that game, but he's been most of the offense for North Texas tonight.
Fouls on Deshaun Giddens. That's his 4th. Guadarrama quickly to the scorers table. North Texas has the advantage in the recent memory. They've won 4 straight over FIU. Taking that 15-point win last month. That streak in jeopardy right now. Again, what can FIU do here? 8:25 left. Giddens and Dean both on the bench.
Starts with defense. They've been playing good defense all night. It's got to continue. Bring the pressure and play well in the post.
Huntsberry. A whistle. Go to the line for 2.
Sanogo trying to defend the rim there and just reached in and got him on the hand.
FIU quickly went from 2 to 5 team fouls in the span of about 30 seconds. Huntsberry has a pair. 74% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Had 18 points against FIU their first time. Knocks down the free throw. Huntsberry was not offered a D1 scholarship out of high school. Neither was Perry, and both of them making an impact in CUSA now. So full court pressure here from North Texas. Panthers got out of it, setting things up. It's over 8 minutes to play. Hawkins. Difficult drive. Guadarrama made the bucket and a foul after all of that.
Court man-to-man team. So they're feeling the need to change it up to try to take over this game.
Are you surprised that North Texas is going to that kind of look?
I am surprised. Typically, they're just going to play in the half court and trust their defense man-to-man. But trailing by 8 on the road. He tried to create a spark by trying to force some turnovers.
They give up 54 points per game. FIU's at 53 with over 7 minutes to play. Sanogo on the perimeter here. 8 seconds to shoot. Perry got by him, and Sanogo recovered. Doing some push-ups on the baseline.
Sanogo did a nice job there. I mean, against a smaller and quicker guard, of being able to recover after he's beat off the dribble. Just uses his length and extending the arm to get the rejection.
6 blocks tonight for FIU. Texas hasn't connected from the field in 3 minutes. 3 seconds to get the shot off. Perry over at Guadarrama. Too strong. Another offensive rebound. 16 of them tonight for North Texas.
The Mean Green just do a great job of reading the rebound and knowing where to be.
Huntsberry with the size advantage. Got past D and rolls it through. Huntsberry with 9.
And that's tough for FIU. They played great defense for an entire shot clock, and then an offensive rebound gets you beat.
This is the same kind of situation FIU found themselves in last Wednesday against FAU. As Jones stripped to the basketball, turns it over. Huntsberry thinking about it. Resets. FIU was up 9 with under 8 minutes to play against the Owls. They worked their way back. A moment ago was an 8-point game. The defending regular season champions have a surge left down the stretch. Huntsberry just took Dean off the dribble. This time floats it over him for 2.
And North Texas just kind of going ISO and letting Huntsberry go to work.
Almost targeting D.
He used the size advantage there.
Jones, no foul. Sanogo couldn't get the offensive rebounds. Quick stop there for North Texas. Running the floor. Huntsberry, reverse, and a foul.
Huntsberry's being aggressive. They're going to him here. They need some buckets. Sanogo coming in late. Getting the contact to send him to the line.
Huntsberry is shooting 2.
Both teams now in the bonus. Huntsberry 2 of 2 at the stripe today. Calmly knocks that one down to make it a 1-possession game. Feels like things have flipped on a switch here for North Texas. Not afraid to get out in transition, work their way back in.
Yeah, momentum certainly seems to be on the side of the Mean Green at this point.
2-point game.
And this is where FIU needs Denver Jones. They need him to take over, find a way to create a shot either for himself or for a teammate.
He has been turnover prone tonight, 5 of them. He's also been a factor in the second half with his offense. Doubles. Kravakovic goes inside. Sanogo has good position, but Usman's there and forces the miss.
Usman quickly got in there and pinned him down underneath the basket so Sanogo couldn't get a good angle on the shot.
Or Texas could retake the lead here with a triple. The last lead was with 1:12 left in the first half. Perry and Sanogo again. 6 to shoot. Found Martinez, 3 for the lead. He drills it. North Texas back out in front.
And Perry's the sharpshooter. FIU was worried about him. Left Martinez wide open, and he made him pay.
9-0 run for the Mean Green. It's like a very dangerous point in time right now for FIU, even with the 1-point game. Jones trying to get downhill. Got it blocked. And it bounces to Usman.
Now, Reuben Jones, nice job coming from the blind side of Jones and swatting it away.
Dean and Giddens on the bench right now for FIU. Tough time watching this. Martinez against his old teammate from New Hampshire. Now Huntsberry. Backing down Hawkins. Going to work. Drive and kick. Martinez at the shot clock expiration. No. And another board for North Texas. Their 18th offensive rebound. And Sperry drives on Sanogo, who stays in front. Perry off balance, fadeaway. Yeah, so he banked it in. Tyler Perry calls bank. 4-point game.
Man, Perry just tried to get as far away from Denver Jones as he could, falling away. Really tough shot. And North Texas is rolling.
It's a 12-0 run for North Texas to take a 4-point lead with underrun. FIU scoreless in the last 4 minutes. FIU's trying to stop the bleeding right now. Still very much a game, and North Texas with all the momentum right now.
The Panthers really need a spark. I'd go to Nick Guadarrama right now. He's had a good game when he's had the ball in his hands, been efficient. See if you can get him an open look.
Hasn't scored in a while. Jones a little too aggressive on the perimeter. That's an excellent result for FIU right now. They just need points in any way possible. Denver Jones at the free throw line.
That's the guy you want at the line,
yeah.
An 87% shooter. And whatever FIU can do to stop this run, they'll take it.
1-1 for Denver Jones right now. And Texas with 17 second chance points this evening. Have more offensive rebounds than defensive. Jones got on the free throw. And makes both. 57-55. A game in Miami right now. North Texas, an NCAA tournament team 2 years ago. That's a 10-second violation. The FIU bench was screaming for it. Costly turnover.
Arturo Dean, playing defense again. When they can have him in the game, he really makes a difference defensively, and he's just hounding Tyler Perry and slowing down North Texas, causing that turnover.
Team playing with 4 fouls. Jones gets doubled on the drive. His shot is rejected. Nearly got it back. Reuben Jones ended up with it on the floor. North Texas makes the stop.
Maybe a little too aggressive there from Denver Jones. Ends up with 3 mean green players on him. Got to find a way to kick that out to an open man.
Perry just hit a huge 3. Martinez now. And it's a kickball. FIU, you have to be strong defensively as well here. A foul will put North Texas at the line. FIU in the double bonus the rest of the way. With North Texas now at 19 fouls. FIU has not connected from the field in 5 minutes. Usman, extended post up here. Backing down Guadarrama, loves that right hand. Guadarrama tried to draw the charge. The shot was short. And they're going to call a flop here on Guadarrama. Wow. Okay, so now after that was all done, Guadarrama was teed up for taunting.
Wow.
Wow. That is a backbreaking sequence. They changed the review. Guadarrama must have said something.
I didn't see what he did. He was pleading his case for the call.
Him and Martinez are jawing with each other. The 2 former UNH teammates. Wildcats. Something, whatever was said, interesting. Jones, fadeaway, gets 2 back there.
And how about that from Denver Jones? After all that sequence, he's standing around for a while. You don't know what's going on, and then he just calmly hits a turnaround jumper.
Like he was doing the flopping motion himself. Calling for one. Intensity's ramped up, no doubt about it. Swung into the corner, Martinez 3. Oh, he drills it. Martinez puts North Texas up 4.
That's the second time now that FIU has been worried about doubling another player. Just left Martinez completely wide open.
Arturo Dean swings it. Guadarrama drive. Floater. Short-armed it. Pulled the needle. Now North Texas in control here. Up 4, under 2 minutes to play.
Guadarrama probably had a little bit more room to get that shot off than he thought. Probably didn't have to quite short-arm it like he did. Could have just taken a regular shot.
Now Pinckney matched up on Perry. Almost face guarding him. Now we'll make the switch with Usman. 6 seconds to shoot. The switch again. Perry trying to find space. Got the shot off in time. What a finish. Tyler Perry at the buzzer.
Wow, creative shot. Just the underhand floater. Finding a way.
Danger time for FIU. Nearly a steal. Perry was standing out of play. North Texas has hit 6 of its last 8 shots. And we might get another review here. Just double checking the time. 64 seconds left. FIU now with its backs against the wall. Jones trying to prevent the pass into the backcourt. Got to get it in. Kravakovic got 3. No. As good a look as FIU could have asked for there.
Can't ask for a better look. Kravakovic lined it up. Just a bit short.
Panthers bring a double. Perry's been marvelous. 17 points today. And a timeout on the floor with 42.4 left. FIU's missed 6 of its last 7 shots. North Texas has
hit shot clock. You can get a shot clock violation. You don't have to get a steal, but then you got to push the pace and get a quick 3 to stay in the game.
8 seconds for Perry, who's been terrific in late shot clock situations. Fires it inside. Usman couldn't get the shot up. It's out of play. FIU thinks possession should be theirs, waiting for another review. With under 2 minutes left in the game, the officials, of course, can go to the monitor. The postseason run in the quarterfinals. Still a long way left to go, though.
And FIU has had a really tough schedule to start conference play, and having to play FAU twice, North Texas twice, UAB once.
Western on the road.
The schedule gets a bit easier down the stretch.
Jones swatted by Reuben Jones on his drive to the rim. Boy, after Jones went on that surge to start the second half, North Texas put the clamps on. We'll go to the line here for a 1-and-1. 15.8 left. It looks like North Texas will get out of here with a win and avoid its first 2-game losing streak in 14 months. November 2021, the last time that happened. Fans start to gently make their way out of the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. Dean, that's 5 on him.
And North Texas showing why they've been one of the top teams in the conference. It may not always be pretty, but toughness is the name of their game. The toughest team wins. That's their motto, and North Texas was certainly tough down the stretch tonight, defensively and on the offensive glass as well.
FIU got to 53 points with 7:58 left in the game, and as you see, 8 minutes later, just 4 more points added to that tally. North Texas locked up down the stretch, just like they did against Middle Tennessee. Jones's 3 is no good. Rebound to Perry. Who else should it be? That'll wrap it up. North Texas survives a scare from FIU in Miami and improves to 15-4 overall, 6-2 in league play. The Panthers drop to 8-10, 2-5 in Conference USA action. This was a fun one.